hello there.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Nerdlist, the channel that ranks all of your favorite things in the nerddom, and I hope you're having a great day today. Today, we're going to be taking a look at one of the most beloved franchises of all time, and my opinions on it, how good they rank as movies. So before we get started, please go down and hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, click the bell, and at the end of the video, after you've seen everything, let me know in the comment section if you agree or disagree with my ranking of all of the Star Wars movies. Let's get into it. Now, again, I just want to preface, this is all my opinion. I know that there's some heated discussion. I swear this fan base hates its own movies. This is just how I feel about them. If you feel any differently, again, let us know. But let's get right into it. Starting with Revenge of the Sith. And we're starting out the gate heavy. I gotta be honest with you, for me, Revenge of the Sith, God, please don't kill me, is S tier. Now listen, the first half of the movie, crazy. And there's definitely a lot in the first one that the first part of the movie that I can live without. But that back half of the movie, man, like his transformation into Darth Vader, and honestly, the Mustafar fight alone is freaking awesome, because I like lightsaber fighting should feel like that. Maybe not necessarily every time being the high wire, like jumping off of buildings and all that, but like the amount of finesse and the amount of combat they put into it felt great. The way that they showed how, you know, Anakin became mostly robot and why he needs a suit is great. Other media has come along and made that movie even better. Again, I know the first half can be kind of rough, but everything in the back half for me makes it up. I will watch this. Basically, this could come down to my watchability. I will watch this over 90% of most of these movies. Like, I'm not saying they're not good or whatever, but like, I'm not taking it, I guess, as seriously as I should. This one's just like the most entertaining for me to one of the most entertaining for me to watch. So I already know some of y'all clicked off. For those of you who stayed with us, let's go. Then we have episode 2. Episode 2 for me is a D tier. I don't like watching it. Obviously there's a lot of CG ick. There's a lot of pacing issues. The creepy love thing between Anakin and Padme gets really creepy and a little like molestache, you know. I'm not super into it. There is some cool stuff with like Jango Fett, and there, you know, like I do kind of enjoy the Geonosian battle air tide of it, but like the rest of the movie is just either boring or bad. So this one's a D tier for me. Then we have the episode 1, The Phantom Menace. I'm gonna give this one a B. This really spaced out well. I'm gonna give this one a B because it's one of the first Star Wars films I remember watching, obviously in theaters. Now, super stoked for it. Darth Maul, hardcore. Again, it always comes down to these end battle sequences. The whole thing with Qui-Gon was awesome. I hate the Gungans. I hate the whole thing. Anything the Gungans are on screen, I'm usually just not about. But there's also some really cool, like, you know, the really cool stuff that happens in Naboo towards the end. So I gotta put it at a B tier. And honestly, it's nostalgia's kind of lifting it up just a little bit. So next we have A New Hope. A New Hope definitely gets an A tier. It is the OG Star Wars movie that I watched it with my dad, who was not really into nerd stuff, like that kind of stuff anyway, but it was cool to like, that's a memory that I have with it. And obviously it set the entire Star Wars chain ablaze. We wouldn't have any of the things without this movie. It is a classic. I could sit down and watch this basically anytime. And the only reason that I don't put it at S tier is because, spoiler alert, jumping ahead, I have to put The Empire Strikes Back at the S tier, and I don't feel right having in that trilogy, like, you know, that movie up there. So for me, Empire Strikes Back is S tier. I don't know anybody that doesn't like Empire. Empire was probably one of the best Star Wars. Like, it's a better movie than Revenge of the Sith. I just really enjoy the combat in that one, but like, you know, as a movie, this one's fantastic from start to finish, and that obviously the iconic "I am your father." It's wonderful. So I don't even know that there's much that needs explaining here. Empire Strikes Back is an absolute, probably one of the best Star Wars properties out there. So next up, we have The Rise of Skywalker. This one gets a C for, I'm not even trying to fill it out. Like, this just happens this way. This one gets a C tier for me. And the only reason it's not D tier, because episode 2 is just its own brand of not good for me. I'm not kind of down with the Kylo, Raylo thing. I'm not about that. And like, I do kind of like, you know, that he switched back, you know, to the light side or whatever, but like, there's not much about this movie that I absolutely loved. And it's, you know, it was cool to see Ian McDiarmid come back. Like, I don't really have much to say about it. I just was kind of bored. I feel bad about saying that because millions of dollars and lots of people's livelihoods depend on that movie, but just, yeah, I'll take a pass on that. So the next up, we have The Last Jedi. Probably, in my opinion, the most controversial Star Wars thing that exists. You either loved it or hated it. And it was like a blissfully unaware love or a vehement hate. I'm gonna put it at a B tier. I thought it was just kind of an okay movie. Like I don't care that that's how Luke went out. Like, you know, Luke has always been that line between like epic hero and kind of a baby, you know? So like, you know, that he goes out like using his force ghosts up and all that kind of stuff. That's cool. I love Luke. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, he's the driver between most of the series. But this one had good combat. This one had like cool moments, especially on the salt fields and all that. But I didn't think it was anything earth-shattering nor suck. It was just kind of a Rian Johnson. You did a good job, and I'm sorry everyone hates you, or if anyone hates you for that movie. It wasn't nearly that bad. And then we have The Force Awakens, and for me, yeah, I'll probably put that at a B tier as well. The Force Awakens, there was a lot of hype around it. Obviously, we hadn't had Star Wars in forever, and I have really good memories of going to see it with friends. It was cool. I am a huge fan of Kylo Ren's lightsaber, and so like that coming on, it's got that broken, like cracking, like I absolutely am in love with that noise, and so seeing him whip that out again, the battle at the end, I understand it's basically a New Hope again, but hey, okay, I like the New Hope. It's A tier, right? That's fine. They did, in my opinion, a really good send-off for the Han Solo character. You know, like I was happy with the movie. It wasn't, like I said, was anything earth-shattering? No, but was it sucky? I don't think so. It was just kind of a good movie. I would put it on and watch it if you asked me to. So this one lands at a B tier for me. Okay, then we have Return of the Jedi, and I don't think I see anyone ever put it here, but Return of the Jedi is S tier for me. Is it as good as the other? It's kind of between the other two we've put up here in the S tier. Return of the Jedi, I feel, is the one that I watched the most, because that climactic battle, the second run on the second Death Star, you know, you have Luke fighting Darth Vader with the Emperor sitting there and kind of all that goes on there. Like, I don't mind the Ewoks. I love the jungle battles on Endor. Like, I honestly, this movie is really fun, and I think it's probably not as good as Empire is literally number one. Like, they would fall like this for me. It's probably the other Star Wars movie that I would never mind. They won't arrange. Never mind. I'm faltering. There we go. It's just one that I'd watch at any time. I think I've seen it more than I probably should have, but just from front to the back, it's just either fun or epic. So not as good as Empire, but I would say they're pretty close, a lot closer than people give them. So okay, listen, I actually probably need to like start bumping some stuff down. I don't know if this will make you guys feel better, but I'm gonna drag Return of the Jedi down to an A, so that you guys don't kill me for putting Rogue One in the S tier, because I feel like Rogue One was one of my favorite Star Wars movies to watch, because it was like, cool, we're not watching a movie. I mean, we kind of are, but we're not really watching a movie about how the Skywalkers literally just completely raw dog the universe. So it was good. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not necessarily sure if I was like attached to Jyn Erso as a character, but everything else they did, the cinematography honestly sells this one a lot for me, and especially that end battle, and it was kind of like Vietnam for Star Wars. Like, it was pretty dope. I love that whole appeal of like the heroes. It kind of reminds me of the West, which I know Star Wars Western, you know, I guess space Western, I got you, but like how they all kind of go out one by one, and it's like, it kind of reminded me of like Halo Reach, right? Like, you're all going out one by one, and like, you know, that ending shot of like just the giant death cloud laser coming at them standing on the beach. Come on, man, this movie is criminally underrated. I'm gonna be honest, and I didn't even think I was excited for the announced Andor's short Disney Plus thing or whatever. I actually, because of this and the cinematography I've seen that's similar to this, I'm super excited for it. So it gets an S tier for me, and I'm sorry. Then finally we have Solo, the other divisive project from the Star Wars universe. I wanted to love it, and I know a lot of people did, and I know a lot, like, it was beautifully shot in my opinion. It didn't keep my interest. I didn't mind a lot of things that people complain about, like how he got his last name or whatever, but it also wasn't like anything like, I don't know that I'd want to watch it unless I'm in a specific mood. So I'm gonna put Solo at a C tier. Please understand that, like, I know that it's what kept us from getting a Kenobi movie series or whatever because of the reception to it. I liked it a lot more than that, but like, I don't know, man, it's just okay. I kind of wish they'd do a second, because I feel like the second one would be even better, but it was okay, and I enjoyed it. So Solo for me lands at a C. And that is going to be our video today. Thank you guys so much for dropping by. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a thumbs up, because YouTube really likes that part. Then let us know down in the comments about how wrong I am and about how I'm not a Star Wars fan, and this is how the list should have looked, or, you know, whatever. Or if you agree with me, let me know. I would love to know if you agree with me. But all that being said, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. You are a lovely human being. Be safe out there, and be kind to one another, and be kind to yourself. And we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.